So I finally got around to making this video. So I'm on my way to the Ritz in Piccadilly, and this is the interior as you come in, and wow, isn't it breathtaking? I found that everything combined, the Rococo, the vintage, really brings everything together. And at this point, they had taken my bag and my coat and put it away, and are ready to go get our meal. But I'm gonna walk you through and show you everything I saw, the menus and the food, and review it at the end. I'm gonna let you see the whole process, so without further ado, let's get into the video, guys.
May I ask first, do you have any allergies or any dietary requirements?
No.
No? That's lovely.
I'd like to mention with service, they had pulled out my chair, seated me, and placed my napkin for me. So as you can see, we went with the 3-course menu, which I believe is £86 per person, and you have a service charge at the end. And this doesn't include any additional champagne or wines that are purchased, along with the additional a la carte menu or anything picked from there, which we did, and you will see later. Isn't this just amazing? I was honestly taken away with it. So we had started off with some sparkling water whilst looking at the drinks menu, and we did actually end up getting a couple drinks. Now I'm gonna be terrible with the names, but I know this was a champagne, okay? And I will show you guys at the end the menu and show you exactly what we got and also the prices, so keep watching.
Glazed gingerbread and Escalade pepper cracker. Then we move on to a parmesan mousse filled with black calamata olives, basil emulsion, and parmesan sablé. And we're gonna finish in front of you with a coronation chicken, which has been marinated in a curry with some mango chutney, coconut oil.
So we was then greeted with some sourdough bread with a very nice salted butter and some starters.
Our roast breast of quail from Bretagne, France. It's been poached and finished pan roast with some rosemary, thyme, and garlic. On the side, we have some globe artichoke puree, as well as some Jerusalem artichoke puree, roasted Jerusalem artichoke, some sliced grapes, and verjus gel. And we're gonna finish with a jus gras made with a quail trimming and some rosemary, thyme, and garlic.
Thank you.
For you, so we're gonna have all of our tartare, which has been mixed with some crème fraîche, lemon, and pepper. On the top, we have a grape fennel and apple jelly perfumed with elderflower. All around, we're gonna have a kefir and chai bar.
Voila.
Wow.
We're gonna have for you over here,
Ooh.
gorgeous rack and loin of lamb, and for you, madam, we'll have the loin of lamb slightly more cooked for you. Just ignore the amount of sugar. Everything will disappear in a minute as well for you.
Always a good option.
There we go. That should be enough sugar to start. We're just gonna wait for it to melt slowly and gently. Are you celebrating anything today or just having a nice lunch out? Are you from London? Brighton or a bit more what do I like quite a lot as well. Come back to me. On the vineyards around Essex as well, there's a good one like Wisdom Estate and some butter. Got lemon juice. Yeah. Orange juice.
Ooh.
Now we're just gonna let it reduce as much as possible. I mean, it's not made very often, that's why it's not many restaurants still doing them, that's true. But being a nice gentleman, he asked her her name, and since then they are crêpes fusées.
Wow.
Two. Careful. That's alright, don't worry. I'm used to it. 3. best time. Yeah, we're all waiting for today.
How many times a day do you do
Many
this?
times.
Many?
Two.
Ooh. Wow, I feel the heat.
It was a nice one. Very nice one.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we'll go for a second one with some cognac, just to. That's it. With the homemade vanilla ice cream on the outside as well.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
After that, we was greeted with, you guessed it, some tea alongside these truffles and macarons. Not so much to my taste, but it was really interesting to taste the different flavors, and I was really feeling the decor. For me, this was worth the whole entire trip.
Mr. Red, you know where to find us. Yes. No problem, take your time.
So after all the food, I thought I would venture off to the restroom and have a look, and it did not disappoint. It was just as beautiful as the rest. I mean, this is the Ritz, so as expected. Walking through the hotel, you really get a sense of, I don't know, a sense of the past almost, and you can kind of see the worn downness of the carpets and some other parts of the building too. But I feel as if all of this ties together and brings the beauty to the Ritz, the old-fashioned, Baroque, Rococo style that it's trying to keep. On the way out, of course, I left walking on a nice clean carpet. And on my way home, I thought I would share with you guys some of the pictures that I took. I'd also like to share my review of the food. Personally, I felt the food was for an acquired taste. I felt the quail was very well cooked and very tender, although I did feel the gravy in both cases was a little bit too bitter for my liking, but I did feel the design was very cool. The art on the plate made you really want to just save it and not even dig in actually. This was a lamb loin with some asparagus, which was actually very nice. I had it well done because that's how I like my meat, and I really enjoyed the texture of it. Again, with the gravy I felt was too bitter, but with that aside, I really did enjoy the meat, and it really melted in my mouth and was very buttery, and I think that was probably my favorite. The vanilla ice cream by far was my favorite dessert. Very sweet and just tasted like you would expect, but almost creamier. I wasn't a fan of the sour cherry souffle. Again, it was too bitter, too sour, and I wasn't a fan of the truffles. But all in all, I had a great experience. I feel like the star for me at the Ritz was definitely the service. They definitely have a way of making you feel like you're royalty from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave. With that being said, that was my trip to the Ritz, guys, and hopefully you can share your experience with me about your trip and anywhere else you've been.